flexing it all up and down and everything.
And Melinda's like okay with me cutting my hair. She's like iffy on it, but now she saw the picture that I'm like the reference, and she's like, "My work."
She okay with it because she know the hoes ain't gonna be liking you like that no more.
She feels safe.
We always like our man to get uglier. If we don't mind as long as we in love. We like.
I'll prove you wrong.
We like, why are you brushing your teeth in the morning before you leave me? You ain't gonna talk to nobody.
No, you're
Brush
right,
them at night when you in the bed with me, and I got to smell it. But when you leave, that's unnecessary. Who you talking to?
Valid. Don't be accusing me.
No, I'm just kidding. If that's what you gonna do, Christian, that's what you gonna do. I just don't know who else gonna look like Lord Farquhar.
I guess that's how we're starting the episode.
Career.
I guess
that's
so.
Like, focus.
Well, welcome to the royalty. We are ready to get into Big Brother season 26. And as you see, it's Big Brother 23. I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your other host, Derek F., a.k.a. Big D.
And before I introduce myself, not to bring up old times, but we got a king, we got a joker, we got an ace, and we got a queen. That's very cute.
That means we got a whole team. Mm-hmm. That's the first of all, that's the first time Hannah has ever acknowledged that she was ever an ace. I almost forgot who you were.
Yeah, I try not to claim that part of me. I just tell people I was a king, but for all intents and purposes, here we are. Hi guys, I am Hannah, aka Chada, and I am back to being your host because Big D and Tiffany finally let me back in.
She was never gone.
Were you blacklisted?
No,
don't
go there with her, okay? She is not good with her phone, and I'm trying to run a network over here, and Tiffany's trying to run a network, and we don't got time, okay?
It was a misunderstanding. That was my fault.
Without further ado, that beautiful voice that you hear whispering in your ear is none other than Christian Birkenberger from BB23. He was the comp beast, and you know, they had to kick him out. You know?
You say they, you, y'all.
Listen.
That was beautiful. That was
listen, Christian.
Intro. I thought the whisper voice was gonna be introducing yourself again.
Christian, I almost knocked Big D's ass out over trying to keep you. So don't you me.
Actually, yes, Christian. You know what?
Valid.
You caused the biggest altercation because of you.
Man.
So
honestly, the only fighter season was over you.
Period. He talking about you.
Yeah.
Right. Wasn't me.
Okay, yeah. True. If I like that one thing, if I just got you up to
you were so excited. He was like, hey, Brittany, what up, dog? They want you upstairs in the HOH room in front of the whole house. They like, who want them? Oh, Tiffany.
I never hopped up so fast in my life.
He said, well, come on, let's go. And then he go, that's when he thought about it. He said, now, wait a minute. Now,
celebration for you, Christian.
No, she didn't want y'all. She just wanted Brittany. As a matter of fact, let me rewind and act like y'all didn't hear that. Brittany, can I talk to you for a second?
Yep, that was it.
Too damn late.
But all the time, people want to talk to each other solo. So I didn't think it was as big of a deal at the time. But
no, bro, you was too excited. You ran up in there. You opened that door so fast. That door almost hit Xavier's closet. You was like, hey. You.
Hold on. So theoretically, right, in a hypothetical situation,
I love this.
That worked out. How would the rest of the season have planned out?
Probably not the way it worked out.
Made it to the end.
It would have been different.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Don't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not as bringing people to
I will say, like, I know. We're like, come on, do the royalty. I will say though, I feel like your eviction was probably the most crucial, pivotal, defining week. Not even DX's eviction, not even Alyssa's, like not Brittany's.
That's when it was
once yours.
that happened, it was like, well, we got to continue moving in this direction now. It was like you could have changed the but really it was like I was trying to keep you over Alyssa, but we ain't gonna go there anyway.
Well, just know we love you, Christian, and just know
Yeah.
it all played out for a reason, and it's okay because look at this: we're all one happy big family. The only person we all hate is Xavier. That is it. Other than that, we all love each other.
No, I was just gonna say it's a testament to how like well loved you were and how well loved you are. Like
we was ready to fight.
We
I
were
said,
really-
that's my
yeah.
son.
Yeah,
my
I'm like-
son name.
I'm
Like, come on, Detroit. Show Detroit. Come on, Detroit. Show them who you really are. Now, Christian, of course, you know, we have a new season of Big Brother. You know, I'm not sure you could tell the audience, tell everybody. Let me first start by asking, how are you doing? Where are you at? Where have you been? Because I feel like you just like fell off the earth. Where have you been
I
at?
don't feel like it.
Yeah. So, I mean, right after the show, I went back to Connecticut, but then I met my girlfriend now, Melinda, who convinced me to move to New York, which was, I did 1 year in New York, Upper West Side, which was like sick. New York is awesome. And then we recently moved together like 3 or 4 months ago. We lived together here in LA. We live here in LA, and just, it's not New York. So
Yeah.
probably
okay, so
after,
safe to
like,
say.
I'm East Coast, and
Yeah.
she's realizing like she's East Coast too.
Okay.
Yeah.
When this lease is up, we're definitely dipping on back to New York.
When is the lease up?
We signed a 15-month. This shit's long.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean.
So how long have you been in LA?
Huh?
So far? How long have you been there so
Like
far?
3 months.
Like 3 months.
Ooh.
3 to 4 months. I basically still have like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel like LA is one of those cities where it does take time to adjust. So I'm really hoping that in the next coming months, you guys can like sort of find your footing and at least enjoy the rest of the time you have.
That's the plan, but the most difficult part about being here in LA is like we came from the convenience of New York and subway.
Yes.
And like
Where everything-
we both don't have a car.
Yeah.
So we are trapped in our apartment, and we've been Ubering everywhere, and like
Oh no.
we want to move back to New York, so it's like finding a 1-year lease is impossible. Buying a car for 1 year makes absolutely no sense. So we're like so screwed, and it's just like making our time here less enjoyable.
Yeah, I can understand.
Is there a reason why you guys moved out to LA? Like, did it just make sense for your career? Is it?
Yeah, fully career based. Her as
Okay.
an influencer, and me mostly like for acting.
Hannah, what the hell are you over there unraveling?
Is it Hannah? Is it
Oh,
Christian?
I'm so sorry.
Hannah.
I'm eating crackers. I'm so
She
sorry.
knows the rules. What are you doing? Everything you do picks
I
up the
definitely
mic.
thought it wasn't us.
I'm-
I said that's a
I'm
newbie
so
that did that. I
sorry.
said that was definitely Christian. She
Come
said,
on.
No, I'm so sorry.
My name?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, Christian, continue.
I don't remember what I was saying. Career. It was just like career based. I thought I'd be able to book more out in LA and have more opportunities out here in LA, but it's like such a different environment. So I just got to take the right steps to move my career forward, but it's difficult. It's hard.
Christian, I want to say I'm so glad that you tested it out,
Yeah.
because being an East Coast person, I get it. But LA, there's nothing over there. Like, literally, like, I don't really
It's not
care for it.
convenient.
It's not convenient. I think
It
it's
takes
LA's all
too
for
long.
show. It's like for show. It's like, oh, I'm going to LA. But it's like, living there? No. Mm-mm.
it takes too long to be able to accomplish something like you. I'm East. Well, I'm in the Midwest, but I don't know how they determined that. But
Come on, Midwest baddies.
the convenience of being able to be at home, but I'm going to run to the store, or I'm going to go grab something to eat, or I forgot something, I can go back home and get it. I just feel like in LA, like once you leave, you better make sure you got everything, because it's no going in, coming back out. No,
Yeah, No, I definitely I'm getting it
I
now.
agree.
Do you have? Are you connecting with anyone like in the community out there? Have you linked up with anybody that we know?
I'm trying my best, but it's like really hard when like you don't have a car. So that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing. Like I just met Jag for the first time
Okay.
2 days ago.
Okay.
So hung out with him, and he was the second social interaction that I've had outside of Melinda in like 4 months.
No
I feel like I'm
way.
trapped. Yeah, I feel like I'm trapped
Oh.
back in the house. Like,
Oh, I don't like
am
this for you.
Not moving. I'm leaving my apartment for like essentials, and it's just like since moving to LA, I've just been very like isolated, and it's not been.
I understand that. I can
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah,
I'm
LA
sorry,
for me is like a
Christian.
place
I've
I
never
like to visit.
You're here, you know.
You said
I
what?
mean, I could break a lease, but
What'd you say?
I
Yeah.
say just thinks that I have like another year here to deal with that. You know.
But
Dang.
a year,
Could you guys
in a
lease
year,
a
a lot
car?
of things can happen.
You could lease a car, but all leases are like 2 years, like 72 months.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I
you might
do
find
not
some
like
things.
LA.
Well, I definitely want you, Christian. I mean, you are a Big Brother alum. You know, there are some Big Brother people out there. You could definitely bother that. What's that curly guy we know? I don't remember his name.
Travis.
What's his
Tyler
name?
Crispin?
No. We can't keep up with him because he's on the plane every 5 minutes. What's his name? Oh, he was on the show last week.
Kylan.
Kylan.
Oh, I
So
was
you
like,
could definitely.
wait, I know that guy.
I texted Kylan, or he texted me like 2 or 3 days ago, and he's like, "Hey, I'm back. Let's hang out." And I'm like, "Awesome.
Okay.
Where do you live?" Like to
He's
see
like an
how
hour.
close we to see how close we are. And he's just like,
Yeah.
no answer. I'm like, is he still saying that? Like,
Just bother him.
Weird?
No, but he's about an hour from where you are.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But he
don't
has
worry.
a
He always
car.
drive to you.
He has the
Yeah.
car.
He's got
Yes.
a car.
Just bother him
Yes.
again because he's really
Yes.
bad about texting.
And I
back.
mean, he should be willing to pay it forward. Somebody paid it forward to him. They fast forwarded it to him, so he should be able to pay it forward to you and let you get a ride.
The Kylan lashings.
I'm just saying.
Every single week.
I'm just saying he stayed with Todrick. Somebody extended him a roof. He might be able to extend you a ride.
Yeah.
I know that's right. And
Okay.
listen, he
Now,
owes
I
you.
have a question.
You are family. You are family, so he will make sure. We will make sure
Yeah.
that he
And
takes
Jag
care
is
of you.
Jag is really cool
Yeah.
too. Like
He is.
Jag and his brother, I'm sure like they're always looking for people to like connect with, and I think that would be a good connection for you too.
Yeah, he was only like maybe 30 minutes out, so it wasn't that bad.
And I'm gonna tell you who else is out there that you'd probably like hanging out with. Maybe I don't know. I do. Bowie, because she's really helpful. She's really generous, like and resourceful, and that's where she's from. And so, well, I don't know if that's. I know she's got a lot of connections in LA.
I was gonna say, I feel like she has a lot of connections
She's got a
being
lot of
DJ and
connections in
stuff
LA.
like that.
Yeah, Bowie is.
She was on the last
super
season
cool.
of Big Brother.
Yes.
She came in third place.
Oh, she
Bowie,
was on the
Jag.
same
In third
season
place.
with Jag, so you could definitely
Yes.
link up. You just need to.
And her
baby,
and Jag are close. So Jag, like Jag wouldn't mind linking you two together. You know
Also,
how
like,
we are
thankfully,
in this.
I am looking forward to finale out here because I know I'll see all you guys there.
Go-
You'll see me. I don't think
What?
the rest
Look at
of
Christian's
them
face.
are gonna be there.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, don't be so sad
You
that you
already,
get
we
to see
just
me.
told you we all the way on the East Coast. Like
Right.
that's a whole. That's a lot.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I
finale,
I
guys,
got a son. I got a senior in high school. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
every week. Speaking of finale, guys, make sure you guys check out Oz's Instagram to get tickets for the
Yes.
Big Brother finale. Shout out to Ozza and the House of Chops and everything else. But go ahead, Hannah.
I'm so sorry. I have another question for Christian because I see the Maroon 5 poster in the back. Are you a big Maroon 5 fan?
No. I made
Okay.
this clock. It's a clock with all
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Wait a second.
numbers.
Okay, so
So you just had to buy the hands,
Oh,
and it's got a battery, and then you
Yeah.
were able to set it up however you
they
want.
all
No
specifically
way.
are like for numbers. So like Drake's album is 6 o'clock.
yeah, like Maroon 5,
Maroon 5. is
Chance
5
the
o'clock.
Rapper with the 3.
Three.
That is so cool, Christian. Okay, I only asked whether you're a Maroon 5 fan because
Well,
I wanted
like
to know
Maroon
if
5, but
do you know about the conspiracy theory?
no, tell me.
Does anyone know about the conspiracy theory?
Adam Levine.
I love
or,
talking
like,
about
Maroon
this.
5?
No, Maroon 5. So Maroon 5 sold their souls to the devil. And that's sorry. And that's why
Did we?
everyone likes Maroon 5. No one loves Maroon 5. Maroon 5 constantly makes hits. They've never been number 1. People don't really go to their concerts, but like everyone knows their songs.
I went to one of their
So
concerts.
wait, you did? You might have been the only
I
one
went to one of
because
their concerts. And No lie.
Yeah.
I went to one of their concerts, but I didn't go because of them. I went because of either, like, it was who they were performing with.
See, that's what I'm saying. So essentially, they sold their souls to the devil for a life of success, but also mediocrity. Like, they'll never be number one, but they're still going to be well liked. That is the Maroon 5 conspiracy theory.
I think there's some legitimacy behind that.
Thank you.
Well,
Now
I gotta
Tiffany's
ask-
scared.
I gotta ask Christian a question. He gonna slip on in there and say, "We all did." Who is we?
No, not we all. I said they all do. Like artists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people
That's
in the
why I
industry.
said the name of the Father, the
People
Son, and the
out
Holy
in
Spirit.
LA, they all selling their souls. Not me.
I
man.
believe it.
Selling something.
Oh, I'm gonna say this, Christian. You have too many people that we have in LA.
Yeah.
I want you to start getting your ass out there. You need to be going to the Survivor events, the Big Brother events. Tell your girlfriend you got to go out. Okay, we need to make sure you're social and shit
You
like
don't
that.
need
'Cause
to.
I don't like
you don't
this
need
for
to.
you.
You don't
Party.
need to
No one's saying
necessarily
party.
go to like the Big Brother events, the Survivor events. If that's not the world you want to be a part of, then so be it. But like, there are so many people in that city. Surely you can find someone that you like, just so you feel less isolated and secluded.
Yeah. No, I
Because I don't
literally
like that
moved
for
here
you.
and like I made a list of people that lived here so I could be like, all right, just be aware of who you can hit up. But
Yeah.
clearly that wasn't helpful because it's not as easy as just going into my garage and getting my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's fair.
It's gonna work out. It's everything happens for a reason. You're gonna look back in a year from now and be like, you know what? A year ago I wasn't expecting to be where I am now, and it's all gonna work out. Everything is a door to another door, so don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. There's the reason I'm here. I haven't figured it out yet, but like that's why when we're talking about like moving back to New York, I'm like, we'll stick it out. Don't give up on our lease and figure out what the reason is. You know.
I love that. Well, speaking of isolation, let's talk about Big Brother, guys. That's what we're all here for. And I want to ask Christian the famous question that I always ask every guest we have on this show. Have you been keeping up with Big Brother 26?
Absolutely not.
No, not a problem. You're not the first guest.
Tiffany was shaking her head first.
You're not the first guest, but don't worry about it, Christian. We just want your feedback and everything. So let's start off where we are, guys, okay? We are now in week 9, okay? The last person that went home was Quinn. So Quinn is now the first member of the jury. We start off with Sunday night's episode. Angela is furious that she is left out of the vote. Again, she's upset. She's really pissed off because now this is her second time voting out, trying to get out chemo, okay? Chelsea decides to confront Angela, saying she's tired of hearing her complain about the same old stuff every week. She's over it, okay? Do we think that Angela is this part of her game? Or do we think that... You didn't give me a chance to finish. You always trying to come down on my girl.
I like Angela's game play.
Hannah?
Do you want me to comment on what I think about Angela's gameplay, or what exactly am I?
No, I
speaking
don't want
about?
you to comment or not yet. I just
Okay,
want
what
to
do
see
you
you
want
have
me to-
anything.
Oh, okay, no, I don't have anything. Continue.
Okay, so Angela, once again, she overhears, whispering. She immediately inserts herself into the conversation. That's what Angela likes to do. She's always inserting herself, which I love that because that's a part of her game. But let's get to the twist. Ainsley has took a vacation to AI with Julie because Julie got COVID. So I guess they went on COVID together. Maybe Ainsley got COVID at the same time. Julie got COVID, okay? And she lets the house guests know that Janky is going to be their, I don't know, like special AI person, special host, okay? So, Christian, in case you don't know, this season, they're doing an AI twist, okay? And there's like a Ainsley in the house. That's what she's called. She's called Ainsley, and she messes with the game and mess up the game and everything. So she's taking a break because she's with Julie with COVID. And Janky announces... he introduces himself. He's like, I don't know if he's like a little kid, little robot, whatever. Introduce himself. And he's like, hey, we're going to go in the backyard. I have like this carnival. I got all these games. Like, it's going to be so much fun for you guys. So I'm thinking because past seasons of Big Brother, I don't know if you guys remember, we kept thinking every time we were going to get a concert, we were like, oh, they're going to give us a concert, they're going to give us a special cast, like, oh my God, they're going to give us a special cast, what are we going to wear, what are we going to wear, every time. So the house guests are like, great, we're going to be so excited. They go out into this backyard, and Janky shuts that gate and lets them know you are now living here in the backyard. Now, let me ask you guys, do you think, starting with Tiffany, do you think that we would have lasted in this type of situation?
That would have been tough. Because how many of them is it? Is it 8? What is it? It's 8 of them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's being stuck in the backyard. Got to sleep, eat, poop in the backyard. Have Janky in the backyard. I could see tensions rising and some things just going awry.
What do you think, Christian? Would you have like thrived in this type of environment? Because we're locked in the backyard. I do want to let you know that also they can only, every time Janky says they had to eat pizza, they had to eat pizza. Every time they eat ice cream, they had to eat ice cream. That's the only 2 meals that they're getting.
Pizza and ice cream.
Pizza and ice cream for a whole week.
For 7 days?
Yeah.
For 7 days.
And it looked like they gave them some janky clothes too.
So you can't
because they didn't take a bag. But
wait, was that on purpose, or
What?
is that just how they dress?
No, that was
I think they
gave
gave them some
clothes.
janky clothes.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad.
I don't know. I think personally, I would have been okay. Like, I feel like I would have done all right. But I agree with Tiffany that as a collective group of 8 people in that environment, tensions would be high, and there definitely would be some drama. Sleeping on a cot, no one, I don't think, would be happy with that. God forbid it rains. That would piss some people off.
Yeah, I saw some people in
And
a poncho.
I think it did rain for a day.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen rain here in LA in... Dude,
He's like, where?
Seen it in 4 months. I've been waiting for it.
He's like, that reminds me of the East Coast.
Like,
Where's
I
it
can't
at?
believe people live here. Christian's like, people actually live here.
I
Like,
miss the seasons. Like, it's fall. I need to see the leaves change colors.
I know.
Anyway,
It's like back in New York, it rains all the time.
Okay.
it never rains in Southern California.
Oh.
They tell
them
me.
pipes.
Come on, Pipes. So, also, just to kind of throw in what else happens in this moment, Janky also lets you know anytime he wants a dance party, you have to do a dance party. And anytime he has a song, and I'm hoping I'm going to sing it correctly. If I'm correct, the song
I'll
is
sing it with
like,
you.
okay, is it like Janky?
J-A-N-
Oh,
K-I-E.
Janky, something party, something.
It's like the Barney tune, but it's janky.
Okay. It
And
sounded familiar.
him making them do things is like whenever Kylan and Claire had to throw the cards or make a sandwich, like Janky wakes them up in the middle of the night and they'll be dead sleep. Everybody has to get up and dance.
Okay.
Everybody has to get up and make a pizza. Everybody has to get up and have an ice cream party.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
would
has to
test
sing the
everybody.
song.
Yeah,
when
that would
Janky
test
says, let's do a pizza party, let's do an ice cream party, do you actually have to eat the pizza and ice cream? Like, what if you
I
weren't
don't
hungry?
think so. But
I don't
think
think
you have
so.
to make one.
it. Yep, you have to make it.
Oh,
And
okay,
everyone has
okay.
to make it together. So it's like, get up, come on, let's all get ice cream and.
And I noticed everybody's lips moving with the song. I think they actually have to sing because I'd be
Sing,
like
yeah.
this.
Janky's, well, let's party. Janky. I love it. I'm obsessed.
Wait, Big D, I want to know, how would you do in that environment?
I'm going to be honest with you. I absolutely would struggle. I do not,
sweating, and
You-
DX would be making fun of you the entire time.
Wait.
that damn DX.
Actually,
Thank you, Christian. See, Christian knows how badly DX was on me. And then people are like, why did you not like DX? And I'm like, man, that man was torture for
that
me,
was like
okay?
within the first hour.
Hour of us
You
starting.
mentioned you'll sweat so much.
So much. He was like, I don't care about my first impressions with you. I don't really care. You know what? I will say this. Yes, sweating would have been a problem. And you know how, Christian, you know how I feel about bathrooms. So, like, the fact that we got to use this outside thing, I don't know. We have the
It
cleaning
was like
products.
a porta potty.
Yes, and a porta
Yeah.
shower. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I can never feel clean because all I'm doing is sitting in sweat. No, I'm over it. That was meant for me.
The days would be pretty miserable in that heat too.
Yes.
And there's no way
Yeah.
to get. There's nowhere to get away from people.
No
like you
way.
know,
Yeah.
you can go in the
Oh my
bathroom
God.
or you can go in the
Socializing.
side room, but there's nothing to
I will say when it comes down to final 8, I do feel like there's less like sitting around making small talk, getting to know people. That's when like you're in the thick of the game. You're trying to set yourself up for that end game. You're making final 2 deals, final 3 deals. Like that is a crucial period where you need to be strategizing. And if you're all living in the same space, I can imagine that would be super hard. And if you do pull someone to the side, it's going to look suspicious and people are going to be able to infer what you're talking about. However, it has always been my dream to spend time in like a creepy carnival setting. I've always wanted to do that. So
Hannah.
I feel like, no, I know.
Halloween's coming up. We can go to a haunted house together, girl.
No.
Me and
not
Christian did a haunted house
though.
together.
In Philly?
Yes.
Or
Don't
where?
start, Hannah. Don't start.
Okay.
It
Well,
was in
anyway.
Philly. Don't, y'all two shut up before y'all talk about King of Prussia Mall. Don't y'all start.
It was
gonna
at
ask
King of
y'all
Prussia Mall.
if y'all remember
It was
we
at
went
King
to
of
Busch
Prussia.
Garden. Is it Busch Garden?
Yes. Yeah, Busch Gardens in Florida. I'm sorry, was this haunted house in King of Prussia Mall?
No, it was at the penitentiary.
The
actually.
penitentiary.
Yes. Eastern
That's what it's
Penitentiary.
called. Somebody actually took something and named it the penitentiary, and
It
people
was-
want to go.
It was an old penitentiary. Me and Christian had
Oh,
a
it
great
was
time.
a real
Yeah,
penitentiary.
yeah, it's a real-
Yes.
It was creepy. It was a
And-
real penitentiary.
But you see, I don't want to just go to a haunted house, pay, do it for an hour, and then leave. Like I would
Hannah
like
wants
to
the real
spend.
Hannah
Yeah.
want to join the circus.
See, I think
She
I would
want
like.
she want to travel with the circus.
I think I would
No,
like
but
that
you know those
experience,
those abandoned carnivals where like no one's there and the rides haven't run in years, like, and there's creepy music playing in the background, and it looks like it could be the scene of I don't
Children
know,
of the
like
Corn.
a murder, yeah, something
Pennywise
like that.
popped out.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that is kind of what I want to do, and so I think this would be my dream if I could do
I can't.
Janky's World. But anyway, continue.
Okay, well, let me get to the HOH cop. Christian, also, is there a way for you to turn your mic up a little bit?
I just
Is
get
it possible?
closer. Is this
Okay,
better?
no, just when you talk, I just want to make sure they hear you because I know the fans will be like, we can't hear Christian, and I don't want them to eat me up in the comments. Okay, they're gonna be like,
Is this better?
yeah,
It
that's
is.
better.
Can you
Yeah.
Can you bring it closer to you, or you have
Well,
to?
I gotta just get closer because I'm sitting on my couch.
Okay.
Or I just hold it.
Yeah.
If you want to hold it, that's fine too. Whatever you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable. All right. Jankie, Janky's world
He
is
is
where
for
we
you
be.
and me.
Are they not
I
gonna
don't
get
know the
like?
rest.
I don't know. They said all that.
That's Billy Barney. That's
It's-
lost.
But they switch it up just.
They do switch it up. So we get to the HOH comp. The HOH comp is called Getting Toasted. This comp involves of holding a marshmallow up to a target. The last person to drop wins HOH. Okay. It kind of is similar to the pressure cooker. I will tell you this. I would have been out automatically. My back would have been lit up. I'm out. It would have been it. I cannot stand there just like this, holding something and trying to push it against a wall. It would have been a wrap for me. So that was
They
the
had
HOH
something
comp,
similar,
Christian.
to like a sword, but it was like a poker for the marshmallow, and they had to hold it up against this plate, and you could use both hands, but the sword also wasn't like it wasn't firm, so it.
This is the
kinda
marshmallow. This was the
flexed.
wall, and this
Yeah.
is the stick that they had to
That's
hold
like a
it.
Survivor challenge.
Yeah, but the
Yes.
stick also was kind of flexible, so it was bending a little bit. Like you could tell, the more
like-
pressure they put on it, it created an arch, and then so it was. But they, I don't know. I want to ask you, and I, Big D, you don't have to cut this. People just have to bear with us for a minute. I got a question, Christian. Are you on a MacBook?
Yeah.
Can you go into your settings and into your sound? And I should have had you do this before we got started, but I didn't realize how low you sound.
Settings,
Sound.
sound.
Go to input. And then there's a little leveler. It's probably in the
better?
center. Put it closer to the. Let me see
Is
if
this
I
better?
hear you.
Hello, 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 hello. Input volume? This is
Yeah.
max, it says.
Okay, well, let me see. What's your output say? I think the output's going to come to you, though.
Output volume. I'll turn that up too. Is that better?
It's okay.
That's max right now.
Okay.
I think you talking in the
even-
mic will be fine.
Is it even
talking.
going and using the mic?
Yep, it is.
It is.
Okay. I'll just keep it here.
And it sounds good. It's just like we're loud, you know.
You know, we black, Christian. You know you black. Remember that? You keep forgetting that you black.
He's
you
so
don't.
handsome.
I have
Look at
been-
his face.
I have been asking my parents to
He is
get me
louder.
a.
DNA
am I
test.
louder now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been
Yes.
asking my parents to get me a
23andMe.
23andMe like
They
for
ain't doing
2 or 3 years now, and they not giving it to me.
They're not gonna do it.
They don't want you to
should
know.
just order it.
You should
Yeah,
just
I
do
don't know
it.
why I just do it
Do you,
myself.
do you look like your
don't
sister?
don't.
Huh?
Do you look like your sister?
Nothing. The only thing we all like, I look most like my mom, but the most thing in common is like we all have blue eyes. That's it.
You look
No,
like your
Christian,
dad,
don't do
I
it.
think.
Don't worry about it. We just gonna confirm you got a little nigger in you, okay? Don't worry about it. You don't need nobody to look up the DNA. We
I'm
want the
dead.
family to all stay intact.
I'm dead.
You
Till
gonna
I cut my
expose
hair.
some family secrets.
What happens when I cut my hair?
Well, it's gonna, nothing.
All right.
Well, I will say this, Christian. You know, you got to think about it. You were definitely, you were a part of us because you guys in trouble with production every time we gave you some cornrows. Every
They was like,
time.
hold
No,
it,
it was
hold
just
it.
They were
that
like,
one time.
hold on. There's only
Get
6 of
Vanilla
y'all.
Ice's ass in here and tell him to take them braids down.
Yeah, right after the first
Um,
first competition.
okay, so Christian, how do you think you would have done at this competition, this pressure cooker situation?
I'm just gonna say there's not a single competition I don't think I would have done incredible at. So
Aw.
this,
Oh?
it's like, yeah, it's mind over matter. You just gotta wait it out, and if it hurts, that sucks. Deal with it.
But I know with you're always like moving. I remember you would always be like running back and forth, pacing. Like, do you think you would have the patience to be able to stand still for 10
because
hours?
The patient, like me walking around and pacing was like me being excited versus being concentrated. Like I wasn't trying to be concentrated. I had no need to be concentrated. Like where I pull the effort out of is just knowing like I need to stay focused and need to stay still. But I think more based on what you were saying, it's less about like endurance and holding it up and more about knowing the right amount of pressure, because the wrong amount of pressure is what screws you up more than anything else.
Definitely
For
agree with
sure.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So
Tiffany,
they last...
I think Tiff would perform really well.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
I
Yeah.
can sit still. I'm pretty steady, except with
Yeah.
those tweezers and.
Yeah, I feel like actually that's one I might actually struggle with. Like I have a very shaky
Yeah.
hand.
I have a
Honestly,
very
it was-
sturdy hand, but that it's like. I thought
It was that day that I went into the DR, like as soon as that competition happened. And they were like, so Hannah, like, how did you feel about your performance? And I was like, well, I can tell you today, I will not be a surgeon. And that's when I decided I will not be going into surgery. It was that competition.
How
So,
helpful Big Brother was.
yeah,
Can't say
No,
Big
super
Brother didn't do
helpful.
anything for you.
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
They last for 10 hours, guys, just so you know. Leah ends up... That's
What?
wild. Yes.
Yeah, 10 hours.
Christian, 10 hours.
Can they switch hands?
No. 'cause-
Well, you can hold one hand, you can hold both hands, because I saw somebody
Oh,
with their hand on their
okay.
hip. You know, you can
Okay.
switch hands, yes, but you just cannot drop your marshmallow.
Got you.
I also want to shout out to, my queen, Angela, because Angela lasted very, very long.
I got it. Not very, very. Angela lasted 9 hours and 48 minutes.
Yes, and decided to make a deal, which she's smart, in front of everybody, so everybody hears it, that she would not be nominated if she, ends up, quitting. She said, me and Cam and Leah, all three of us cannot, nominate each other.
The three that were left.
Yeah.
The three that was left,
she
yes.
dropped.
So she dropped, and, then Cam, I don't know what Cam was doing. This would kill me. And me and Tiff watched this together, and I'm going to tell you what Cam decides to do. Cam is like, he wants to prove I'm an athlete. I could do everything. I could win. Still hasn't won an HOH, baby. Still hasn't won nothing HOH yet, okay? And he says to Leah, he's like, how about we stand on one leg and then the first person to drop drops, okay? It was his idea. So Leah's like, okay, sure. Like, I'm a little nervous, but okay, I'll do it. And he ends up dropping. Now...
I don't necessarily think that he did that because I don't think he had this, I'm an athlete, I got something to prove. I think
he said it in his DR, Tiff, though.
No, what he said is, I should be able to do this. Like, I'm an athlete. I should be able to stand on one leg. That's like me saying, like, I'm a phlebotomist. I got a sturdy hand. I should be able to do this. I'm not trying to prove I'm anything. I'm just expecting that I've got this. This is something that I should know how to do. I should be good at. Well, I think the reason he did that is because it had been 10 hours at that point. And he's like, it looks like neither one of us is going to drop. We've got to make this a little more challenging, but you don't have to make it a little more challenging. I think he was ready for them to be done with the challenge, but he was hoping it would benefit him in that she would fall and not him. But I'm like, well, if you feel like you're about to fall, put your foot down. That was your rule that you created. You don't have to fall off the platform. You don't even have to stick to your extra added pressure of the competition by standing on one leg. Just put your foot down.
He made it more difficult for himself, and if he broke his own rule, it wouldn't have any consequences besides him following the rule.
True. And Chelsea saw that. Chelsea was very upset. Chelsea's like his number one ally, and she's like, what are you doing? Because you're making this way harder than what it has to be. But Leah ends up winning, okay? Leah and Angela is happy because this is like, Angela doesn't have to be nominated. She's so excited. She's been nominated so many times. I know the feeling. It's just what it is, okay? So Angela decides...
Right.
Yeah, what's the basis for?
Because you ain't been nominated as many times as Angela. Just stop.
You damn witches. Y'all are some witches right now, okay?
Come on, how many times was you nominated, Big D?
I can't remember. Hannah knows. She remembers everything about the game. But anyway.
I do remember you were nominated 4 times.
I feel like 5, but
nah.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so Leah and Angela realize that T-Court is playing a very, very strong game. T-Court has not been nominated, Christian.
I lied. You were nominated 3. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I said 3.
Yeah.
Only 3?
Yeah, you were nominated 3.
He gonna talk about some.
Well, and then the 4th time was like when Xavier was deciding between taking you or Azza to final 2, but you were nominated 3 times.
But you ain't have to pack your bags like Angela had to keep her bags back.
I packed my bags plenty of times.
Well, that
no,
was
you only packed your bags 3 times.
3.
And the 3rd time was on finale night when everyone would be leaving
home.
the house.
Ooh,
yeah, that's what I'm
Christian,
saying.
Christian.
You could
I
have.
really
literally
didn't know. I really didn't know if I was going to make it or not, depending on that damn Tiffany over there.
I
okay?
wish you wouldn't have.
Told you. That's
Wait.
I
I'm sorry,
always
such
was
an
worried.
offhand comment, but do you remember when Big D was just sitting on the stairs, rocking back and forth? I'm going home, ain't I? Do you remember that?
Where? What stairs? We had stairs.
The spiral stairs. He was just
Man.
he was playing his own game. But do you remember
That's what
that?
me and Angela
He
relate.
always
so
thought
hard.
he was the target. I said, ain't nobody worried about you.
Yes, that's why I love Angela. She's doing what I would have done. So, once again, T-Core is the biggest, strongest player in the house because she hasn't really been nominated. She's like covered by her alliance members, Rabina, Chemo. I want to fast forward a little bit. Leah ends up nominating Chemo and Rabina. She wants to break up this powerful threesome. They've been locked in together. I understand it. Game is game. I want to get to the veto comp. Chelsea finds herself in a good position. I think you talked about this tip before because Chelsea once again is covered. She kind of skated by a little bit because she got rid of Quinn last week, who's Leah's number 1. She also was a part of Joseph going home. So she's just kind of like, I'm skating by. This is great for me. Leah also shares a moment. Shout out to the big people. Okay. Leah is a chubby chaser, just by the way, just so you know, Christian. She
She better not chase you. You mine.
She likes bigger men, just so you know. So she is all about bigger. Leah, who won HOH.
She's the HOH with the blonde hair, the braids.
Yes. Yeah, so she's all about big men, and I love it. Okay. Veto competition. It's called Too Much of a Good Thing. The players have to put these different pieces together on top of the jar, which was very difficult. This puzzle was hard. It was like flat pieces of candy, and the jars are obviously a circle, and they have to fit all these different pieces. Circles.
They have to fit like, let's just say it's 9 different size circles into one big circle. And it's like, how am I going to, the pieces have to fit exactly in so that it's flush. And it did look almost impossible, but we know that there's a way that these pieces do fit into this circle. And
what's up for grabs? A veto, yes, so it's a veto, but there's also a second veto, but it's called Janky's veto. Because, this is all about Janky's world, okay?
Big D So Black is Janky.
Oh, Janky.
He been saying it that way the whole time.
Janky.
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 It's not J-I-N, it's J-A-N, Jank.
Janky.
It's not, just say it however you want to say.
Janky's world.
Janky.
Janky's world. Janky?
Okay,
Janky. Yes, yeah. That was good.
Okay, I'm going to try my best.
Like a Yankee.
Like Yankee.
Black people know they're going to say Janky. With your jinky ass. You done came over here. Maybe.
See, Melinda says Manky, so now I'm always saying Manky.
Manky?
What does Manky mean?
Same as Janky, like, your manky ass. Oh, that's Manky. This would be like the whole week is Manky. Just,
Oh,
I've
baby,
never heard that before.
I'm running to the bank with that.
She made it up. She just doesn't
Oh.
know.
Okay, got it. See, one thing black people going to do are going to
make up words.
See, Christian's
biggest
black.
culprit is right below
He
me.
played a game with a bunch of black people. He dated a black woman. He's just black.
As soon as Christian put the bonnet on, he was forever changed.
over.
Never the same.
It was something about when he put it on. It was like, shit.
It was like,
Yeah.
He was like,
Cute.
I feel
I
at
got 2 right there.
home.
I got my whole rotation.
2 bonnets.
Well, you ain't gonna need them in a
my
minute.
God.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Christian.
there's 2 up for grabs. Angela wants to win this veto because if she wins this veto, she's planning on taking down Chemo because she's voted out Chemo twice and Chemo has not went home. So she's like, I want to show Chemo that, like, I don't want him to leave. Doing her Angela thing, which I love. And she's like, please, I'm going to win this. Let me tell you something. Angela ends up winning this veto. And baby.
But wait. I want you to tell that part.
Angela
this is how Angela is playing the veto game, Christian.
Yes.
Everybody's standing everybody standing around each other. Everybody is concentrating hard. Here go Angela. I don't know. Does this fit there? No. What if I take that out? Let me see. Oh, that's not. Oh, is that it? Oh, no. I got to take that off. I got to take. Okay. Oh, fuck.
That what you would
here.
take
If I
the
put
hell
this
out of
right.
me.
And you can hear her. Everybody's like, you know how you're in your head talking to your damn self, and she got to talk to herself out loud and answer her. No, why did you put that there? No, you got to put that right there. Oh, if I take this and if I hold it up to the sun and I lay it back down.
No, hold it up to the sun. No, she really is, and she's very like,
I think she does on purpose.
Yes,
she knows that that's annoying because everybody knows that that's annoying, even if it's something that you do. I mean, I talk to myself at home, so I know it's easy to do, but. You know when other people are trying, like it's like being at school or at work. You're not gonna do the shit at work when you
count on your fingers like 1, 2,
people.
3, 4, 5, and people are like, don't count out loud. You're messing me up. 6, 7, yeah.
You're aware of your surroundings.
She definitely knows that it's distracting people. But then tell them how she win. I got something to say to you, Christian. Go ahead, tell them how tell them what happened.
She ends up winning. Keep in mind, T-Core needs to win this, Christian, because she feels like I'm gonna be the replacement nominee, or I also want to help my friends that are both on the block. So she's also like, I gotta win this. But when Angela wins, let me tell you something. like, wait, and not just, it was
It's
the
always
whole
theatrics with her.
It was
No,
the
no, no.
whole time. Go ahead, Sid.
I got it for you, Christian. I'm taking you back to 2021 in the summertime. We was in this Big Brother house on the lot in LA. And you were sitting at the table playing chess with Brittany in the kitchen. And you were sitting close with your back to the living room, and she was sitting with her back to the stove. And y'all was in a real intense game. And the next thing you know, whoa, what did you?
Yeah.
I knew right
Yeah,
then and there. I
remember
said,
now.
I will never play chess with her. I ain't never.
I remember that because Tiff actually told me, she was like, Brittany would be like, you want to play? And
No.
Tiff will always say no.
You never played it?
No, because you can't win with me like that. Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about Brittany. I'm talking about anybody.
But Angela had that same.
Angela was the worst winner.
The worst.
And don't forget, there were 2 vetoes. So the game is still going. And while they're still playing, she's still screaming, jumping up and down.
Now, did other people like leave their post to go check out her puzzle?
She did mess it up.
She messed it up. She after she realized, she's like, oh, I gotta mess it up real quick. After she celebrated for a little bit, then people also forgot there was another veto. So they're like, you know, Cam is like, oh, competition's still going. So everybody's like, oh shit, because you know Angela's doing her Angela
She
thing.
celebrated for a good 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Probably thought she was the only winner too. She probably forgot.
No, she knew what she was doing. And now, though, in those moments, I believe Angela knows what she's doing.
Okay.
She's
I'm
creating a
still trying-
diversion.
I'm still trying
Diversion.
to pinpoint. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm still trying to pinpoint Angela's game. She's kind of confusing to me because I wonder how much of this is Angela, how much of this is her wanting to be a memorable character on TV, and how much of this is her actually trying to advance in the game. So if she does make it to the end, maybe. If she makes it to the end, I'm really curious to see how she's going to be able to articulate that. But if all of this is intentional, Christian, she's been HOH twice. I think she's won 1 veto. Her and Leah are the first women to win an HOH and a veto since season 23. So that's kind of a huge deal. She's had the veto used on her 3 times, since me. She's had the veto used on her 3 times, including when the person next to her on the block won. That person used the veto on her to keep her safe, and then ended up sitting on the block come eviction night. So I don't know if Angela is just
She's an
lucky,
icon. She's that
but
girl.
she, in my opinion, if all of this is intentional, she is playing a very good game, because how in the world does that even happen? How have you been in this house for 9 weeks and you've guaranteed your safety 6 different weeks? I don't know. That's
It's literally
pretty good to me.
insane. It's great. I love it. I love it.
It's
So-
just going to come down to her final pitch then. I mean, assuming she gets to the end, a good pitch sells it all. She's got the resume.
Yeah.
And I will say this:
And-
she's not bad at speaking.
I think that the house guests are banking on her not being as liked by the jury.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful with that, because they could end up getting to jury, and even if they don't like her, they can respect the game.
And
Yeah, but it goes
also,
Don't hate
ways.
the player,
They could respect
hate
the
the
game
game.
and just be irritated by her too.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true, but also Quinn went to the jury last week, and I like to say how the first person in jury on most seasons ends up setting the tone for said jury. And also this jury is smaller. It only has 7 people instead
Yeah, it's a
of
7
the
jury.
typical 9. And Quinn, in his exit interview, just judging based on his responses, seemed to not necessarily be Angela's biggest supporter, but didn't seem turned off to Angela's game. And so if Quinn is that first person, I think Quinn is the type of player and the type of individual who would respect the fact that Angela has made it so far and has guaranteed her safety somehow, somewhere. 6 out of the 9 weeks she's been in that game. So I think that we may see a shift where even if they don't like her on a personal level, they may still vote for her to win the game. I would.
Yeah.
I know I would
Espe-
100,000% give her my vote.
and just piggybacking off of what you said about Quinn, especially since he was one who tried to get her out so many times, and he's the one in jury, and she's still the one there. You kind of gotta. I think if you're playing this as a game, then you just might have to respect the game. You know.
And just comps-wise. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, just her resume. You were saying comps-wise, her resume.
Oh, yeah, comps-wise, she's won the most competitions in that house out of the people left. And she's 52. And I think people are still, like, people kind of forget the fact that she is a competitive threat.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, because the jury's smaller, so were they aware that it was another season of smaller? Like, did they start jury maintenance 2 weeks ago? So did they think that they think it's 9?
No, they know now because they know that when people went home, they didn't know at the beginning of the season when jury was going to start until Julie announced it.
So they started jury maintenance 2 weeks earlier than they would have needed to if they had known.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
That affects your game
like people,
too, though.
Yeah. But honestly, like once who went home 5th? Brooklyn was the last person who went home before like normal seasons start their jury phase. And so once they figured out that like Brooklyn would not be going to a house and Julie didn't say anything, then I think at that point they realized like, okay, it's going to be a smaller jury. So it'll probably start in 2 weeks because it's always 7 people or 9 people.
Yeah, it has to be odd numbers, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Leah ends up winning the second veto. Janky, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm sorry.
Just say it's okay. I'm just
Janky's veto. She finds out in order to activate the veto, she's going to have to do a competition before the veto ceremony in order to activate it and wants to use it. Leah ends up, also, they're going crazy. This song, this dance, this everything is driving the house guests crazy, and you can see it. It's wearing on them badly. Even though we're at home laughing, you could tell they're going insane with dancing and eating, and you could just they're wearing it all on their face.
Pizza for 7 days
and ice cream.
Straight.
That is my favorite food in the world, pizza. But I think after a week, are they changing the toppings? Like, is it the same pizza? Can you mix it up?
I feel like I've seen 3 different rotations of the pizza. I feel like I've seen a pepperoni, a cheese, and then like a vegetarian one.
What if you're lactose intolerant? Because a lot of people are. So what do you do?
What if you just don't want to eat all that bread?
Yeah,
you don't got a choice. You're playing Big Brother. Eat it up.
Do they have ranch?
I don't know. That is a good question. Somebody in the comment would tell us if they have.
Well, ranch. They got a lot of toppings for ice cream. I know
they had a lot of toppings for ice cream, like gummies and sprinkles. And one day it was sitting out there and it got melted, and they were like, "We can't even use the toppings."
Wait, so how often does production have to come in to like cycle this?
I don't even know what they're cycling. I feel like production's like, oh, hey, go upstairs to the dining room. We put da-da-da in there. Because they have an outside dining room.
Right.
So, Leah tries to activate her Janky. She doesn't activate it. It doesn't work. She had to throw balls at this, like, the old school carnival and knock down the pins and balls or whatever, and the bottles, and it didn't fall. But Angela uses her veto, and the replacement nominee ends up being T-Core. So it looks like the plan is for T-Core to go home. We get into live eviction tonight.
Sorry, really quickly, Christian, the structure of the house is kind of like 2 trios, and then you have 2 people floating in the middle. You have this trio who's been together since the very beginning of the game. It's Chemo, Rubina, T-Core. Remember, Rubina and Chemo were just on the block. Chemo got the veto used on him. T-Core is the replacement because the other house guests are trying to send at least one member of the trio home. And then on the other side, you have Cam, Chelsea, and MJ. Right now, it seems like Chelsea's kind of the front runner to win the game. She, in my opinion, is playing the best game, but part of me does feel like she'll be a Tiffany or even a Michael, where like they end up just sending the best player home right around 5th, 6th, right around the double eviction. That's just what my gut's telling me. But
because
I
they're
hope not.
already looking at her. They already are thinking about her.
And like the fact that every single person has come out of that house and in their exit interview, the same night that they're evicted or like the day after says Chelsea is playing the best game. If you're aware of that outside of the house, then like you were probably thinking about that in the house. You just didn't want to say anything. So I guarantee you they're looking at her. And then you have Leah and Angela just kind of in the middle going with the flow. So that's the structure of the house, and Big D, take it away.
If are they, how aware of it are they, of that structure?
Chelsea? I think they
like
very
how
much
aware
know.
is the house pretty aware of that, or is it all pretty hidden?
No,
it's not a cookout. It's not a cookout situation.
No,
they know. They're very aware.
Then after this week, it becomes 3, 2, and 2. So those 2 could link up and become 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's true. It is possible, which would be smart because Angela, her using the veto on Chemo, she's hoping that Chemo will bring Rabina and they can all work together with Leah to try to take out the rest.
So who is the rest? Mackenzie, Cam,
and Chelsea.
But especially
Leah's not going to let
Chelsea and
anything
Cam.
happen to MJ.
Yeah, I think they see MJ as like
has to orchestrate it.
Angela, yeah.
Huh?
I think they see
Angela,
MJ as like the lowest priority out of that side of the house. And also, Christian, this season, the veto has been used 9 weeks in a row. It's a record. No season has ever gone this long with using the veto on someone. So I think that's pretty cool, and that's definitely shaken things up. Yep.
Yep.
And they haven't had like unanimous votes. There have been surprise votes. People have been switching their votes.
Yeah, I've
in
heard
the DR.
this season was like really, really entertaining.
It's because of the twist.
It's a
Christian.
top
The twist,
tier season. Yeah.
Yes, the
It's
twist,
really good.
the Ainsley twist and production, them nominating 3 people and all that has really turned the game upside down. Like you can't have the same votes because you don't know, and then they have another opportunity like a BB arena that the people on the block can battle each other. It's like a battle back basically.
Why didn't we have a single second chance?
I think it was just because
probably
we were
because of
post-COVID.
Yeah. We were still a COVID season.
Christian's like, damn.
Question: if they did have a second chance, did they have it generally around the same time, like always after the certain number of person goes home, or is it always random?
We kind of it is random. Like it's usually I've seen it be like the first 4 members of jury. Remember when it was like Fessy?
Yeah. But sometimes like
always pre-jury.
In pre-jury, they'll do like the first 4 pre-jury members, or they'll do like 2nd through 5th in terms of like people evicted. I don't know. It's kind of random.
So in another universe, where
another
it wasn't
universe,
pre-jury,
Yes.
I could have potentially could have been me.
Yes, it could have been you. You could have been the Tucker. You could have been the
fucked if I came back.
Yeah. No, I know.
You could have been Tucker. Tucker was that this season. Tucker was winning every comp. He has the same energy as you, so but they got him out. But yeah, it could have been a possibility and different things. So thank you, COVID. Shout out to COVID.
No.
So we get into a live eviction. Speaking of COVID, Julie's back from COVID. Tiffany, just to let you know, she made an announcement, she's COVID free.
Okay.
This episode, as Hannah said, Veto's been used multiple
Julie just
times.
needed her day off. Julie said, "I don't give a fuck about it being live Thursday. I need a minute. I'm not. I won't be there."
Because Christian, if you don't know, Julie was the first time in history was not at a live eviction last Thursday.
Yeah,
for the first time.
She said she had COVID and then they tested her and she was still testing positive. Now I'm in healthcare and we already know that you gonna still test. Anyway, that's just.
Wait, so who was the host?
Oh God, Jerry
O'Connell. Jerry O'Connell.
Oh.
And you know who he is, but maybe not by name.
He's like a 90s heartthrob. He was in Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, he sounds so familiar.
Yeah, you would know his face. You would know his. And what's that movie called? Sliders? Sliders.
I don't know. Hannah. You don't. You definitely don't know. Okay.
Okay. So, wait. Let me look this up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Jerry O'Connell.
Be a 90s baby and no stuff.
Look at her typing away.
Well, because he's a huge Real Housewives fan, so I know him from Real Housewives. He was in Sliders. Is that not what I said?
You said
Sliders.
Say that.
But we don't know what Sliders is.
I don't.
No, me neither.
Okay. Yeah. I recognize this guy for sure. For sure.
Yeah, so he stepped in because he's on the show The Talk. So he stepped in for Julie, and it was very interesting. I did not like it.
And he's a huge Big Brother fan.
Yes. So Leah's emotional.
Can you imagine walking out the house thinking you're about to meet Julie? And you're
like fired. But Quinn's gonna meet Quinn's gonna meet Julie anyway on finale night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he still didn't get that one-on-one with Julie, which sucks.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Leah's emotional that she put up T-Core. Also, MJ warns Angela and Leah about maybe Chelsea not voting the same way they need to vote. Because now we are putting into place to get out T-Core, because T-Core could win this game. Okay, no one ever wants to nominate her. She's never touched a block. She's not thought of. She's won an HOH. Like, she's protected. You got to take her out. I want to fast forward. Rabina is worried about leaving the house with no votes for her to stay. Can I ask you guys a question? Is that such a big deal?
If I'm leaving, I really genuinely do not care.
That's what I think. That's what I thought. I don't really care.
Yeah, right. I think I left on a unanimous vote.
No.
I think Ozzy voted to keep you.
Ozzy voted for you.
No, she did not. She told me that morning, like, I'm not. She was like, I'm not going to vote.
Yeah,
she didn't vote against you. She was like, I'm not. She was like, they're not. She didn't want to. Have any bad blood. Unanimous. So yeah.
Okay.
And I told her when she was like, I can't give you a vote. I was like, girl, if I ain't staying, I don't even care.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
X said that for me. X is like, obviously Alyssa too, so we're not.
Mm-hmm. But I really did think it made a difference when it wasn't me on the block. I was definitely telling people, like, I voted for you to stay.
Come on, Angela.
Oh my gosh.
So the whole entire episode, this episode was like a soap opera. This was like a really, really sad episode. I know this whole season they've been crying, but this episode was like on 100 of crying. Okay, Janky forces the house guest to dance once again. It is torture at this point. They have lost their mind. I want to cut to this because I found this very interesting. Kim and Chelsea. Okay, I know we all watched it on FaceTime tonight. Kim and Chelsea, Kim decides, which I thought was very weird, and maybe tell me if I am wrong. He decides to pick up his cot and take his cot next to Mackenzie, and then Chelsea's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move because it looked like y'all about to be cuddling or whatever." Do you think that, like, am I wrong?
They kind of left something out. He didn't want to be in the rain, and so he asked
production.
No, he asked Chelsea, like, where are you going to put your cot? Because I don't want to be in the rain. And she said she was putting it somewhere. And then so he went and put his cot where he put it. And then that turned into a, where are you going to put your cot? You told me you were going to put your cot there. You told me you were going to sleep there. And some other clips gave the impression that it wasn't that he was trying to lay next to Mackenzie. It was, he was telling, I don't know. It seemed like it was a miscommunication, but perception from Chelsea's view was he wanted to lay next to Mackenzie.
What you think?
What was the real intention though?
I think that he was trying to get out the rain.
But is that what he said, or was that his real intention? Like, you could say all you want, but was he just said that to get close to her?
Right.
I
mean, you're straight Christian. What do you think? Do you think it was a move that was trying to...
I would have used those moves all the time on Alyssa, so that's what I did.
Okay, there you go. Answers the question, because I thought the same thing.
I didn't watch enough of,
But just
I don't know, their history. I don't know if they're like that.
Let me tell you, this whole entire season, Chelsea's had a crush on Cam, and I think Cam knows that, but Cam's been giving attention to Mackenzie, and it's just caused this little...
I think he just has fun with Mackenzie. I think they're cool, and I think like...
You think that he gonna end up with Chelsea?
I don't think that he's necessarily right now thinking about ending up with anybody. He's thinking about ending up going home with that check. But while he's in the house playing this game, he's like, she cool, she fun. him and Chelsea, it's like sometimes they get along, sometimes they bicker back and forth. Well, he probably is like, I can go over here and I can argue right now, and not in a like or intimate or dating mindset. It's just how I want to spend my time. I can go over here and argue, or I can go over here and chill. He might not even be interested in Mackenzie like that, but it's a cool vibe. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt.
You have to enjoy your time in the house. So that's valid. Like, you're in a shitty situation.
Every time
already.
a guy is kicking it with a girl, or a girl and a guy are hanging out, it don't mean that they trying to screw each other.
I don't think that's the case, but I just, I just think on this a lot of occasions, I think it's just very. I feel like, and one thing that Chelsea said tonight is like, I don't have time for you trying to play all the women. Like, she basically said that tonight. She's like, you're messing with all the women, to get yourself in the game, whatever. He's like, oh, hey.
I don't see it. And maybe I'm blind.
And Cam did make it clear in his DR. He was like, Chelsea's still my number one. I want to make it to the end of this game with her. It's kind of confusing me that she doesn't seem to trust me as I trust her, so maybe I have to get rid of T-Core because then I will be closer to her. So like regardless of how he feels, regardless of how he feels about Mackenzie, whether he likes her or not, like his loyalty is still with Chelsea. But I just don't think that Chelsea, I think she's letting her paranoia get the best of her.
Yeah.
Well, there's feelings involved. We cut to live eviction. T-Core ends up going home. 4-1.
Why you ain't tell them that Cam and Chelsea made up though? You don't tell people about the fight, but you don't tell them that they made up.
They did make up. He did go over and ask Mackenzie to walk away so they could talk, and they did make up.
Damn.
Very happy.
Y'all so quick to throw something on her, but don't even wash him off and clean him up. He cleaned it up.
Okay, good for him. He cleaned it up.
Okay, hold on. So, are you a big fan of Cam, Tiff?
I'm not a fan of anybody.
No. Are you do you like him? Because Big D doesn't like him, right?
That I don't care for him. Yeah.
I
don't have a problem with him. I just don't care for his game.
I'm not speaking from a personal point of view of whether I like him or not. I'm just thinking objectively instead of trying to think that this is why he's doing something because he feels this way about something. We all lived in that house and we know what it's like to have a good time with somebody. I love the shit out of DX. I want to chill with DX all the time. That didn't mean I was intimately interested in him. He was fun. So it's like, I can't be like, oh, Cam want to go chill with MJ. He must like her. He must like her more than he liked Chelsea. And it's like, we as alum have to be careful about painting those pictures because then they become to other people what must be true. And I don't really want to be responsible for that.
And I agree with that. I'm only going based off what the episode is giving me. And based on...
And that's why I'm saying what I get from watching the episodes is I see somebody who is loyal to Chelsea, but has a good time hanging out with other people. And I also see Chelsea gets mad, gets frustrated, and she spent some time not talking to him. So what's he supposed to do?
Right.
Sit in the corner?
Right. Not Christian calls in the storage room again.
It's hard to, your word doesn't mean too much in the house. So when it comes to loyalty, actions speak much louder than words. So when you act a certain way, the tiniest little misunderstanding could be blown way out of proportion. So
that part,
although that may not be his intention, the perception of it was more crucial than.
And it's
and it's not the first time he has done
and
this.
And they're saying that they're like, oh, he's trying to play the girls when. I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna be like, she sounds less like a boy mom. Well, I am a boy mom. Don't I got a son? Now, what the fuck I supposed to sound like?
I just understand both parties. I understand Kim is playing the game. Kim is like he said tonight. He's like, I'm just trying to socialize and try to get through this game, just like you are. So
That's
he
what
did
I
make
think.
that claim.
I think he
but
playing
then
the game.
also, I understand Chelsea's point of view. Like something is either she has feelings, but she needs to speak those feelings, or maybe she has, and maybe he's like, I don't really focus on that. I don't know what type of
I
conversations
think it's
they
her
have.
feelings that are making her
Okay.
think that he's interested elsewhere.
Yeah, and we'll never know.
Why
We'll
you
never
look
know.
like that, Hannah?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to follow because you said he, she, feelings elsewhere, him. So I was just trying to like connect the dots in my head. My brain.
I also want to shout out to
fried.
Angela once again, because Angela lets her know, once again, she lets Chuck know she misses him so much.
Girl, I
Chuck,
felt that.
It feels like she's
said,
having
"Chuck, I
she's
miss you
so much.
As soon as I get up out of here, I hope you showered and bathed.
Because I'm coming to ride you like a cowgirl,
I am
Chuck.
jumping your
On it.
bone.
Boned. Because the way she said it, it was so sexual. I felt it. I was
I
like,
said, Chuck, I miss you.
so much.
We watched the same episode.
Christian,
Yeah, I'm
I
like, I
literally
didn't see
called
any
it out.
of that.
That's how I felt.
Yeah,
That's how I feel to say.
Saw a different edit.
Christian, you tell me you didn't feel that when she said that, when she got in the diary room and gave her
I
vote.
saw
No.
severe missing your, I'm guessing, husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was letting you know, I miss you so much. T Cord leaves. It's sad. She does let everybody, know I love you, and it's nothing personal. I think this was like a very hard episode. Everybody was crying.
But they're
Emphasize-
always crying.
They're always crying.
They're always
Tears
crying.
this season?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my God,
Oh, God.
Christian, it's
Crying
crazy.
It's a rainy
It's
season.
crazy.
it's a
yeah.
rainy, man.
Really?
It's
These people
rainy,
are all
yeah.
very emotional.
Yeah. And it's Hannah's worst thing, okay?
Yeah, I'm bad at that. I'm trying to be better though.
What do you guys think about her conversation with Julie? Do you think there's anything we need to point out that she kind of stated?
What I saw in her interview with Julie was her just kind of trying to like retrospectively rationalize all of her decisions in the game. I don't think her putting up Tucker on the block in week 6 was good for her game. Tucker was an ally. Tucker would have protected her. She put him up as a pawn. He ended up getting sent home. And so Julie like flat out called her out about that and just wanted to know her thoughts. And I saw T-Cord trying to like defend her decisions in that moment, and also her decisions moving forward, like choosing to be so close to this trio and not really like try to make game relationships outside of it, not really hiding that. But honestly, as a player, like sometimes you just have to do that. Otherwise, Big Brother becomes this black hole of like, oh, well, what if I had just done this one thing? What if I had had this one conversation? What if? And you will drive yourself insane.
Not what Christian went through tonight on
yeah,
this
there's one
episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's par for the course. It's par for the course. Like we have all done it at
anybody
some
who
point.
has not won goes through
Absolutely.
what you went through too. Like,
Yeah.
what if I would have done this? You know.
Yes.
So
And so I sort of saw T-Core trying to like put that Band-Aid on ahead of time so she doesn't drive
Yeah.
herself crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her for doing that.
Me either. All right. Oh, I mean, we get to the HOH comp. We got a little taste of the HOH comp tonight. I knew we weren't going to get the whole thing because, everybody talking so damn much. The HOH comp is called Eye Candy. It's all about stacking. And Christian had to correct me because maybe we need to have this conversation. What are the rules to the HOH comp?
there are none. You just to get to the top, you have to stack them all up.
See, okay, so now all three of you had said something different. So
See?
Tiffany's saying you have to stack to the top. Hannah's saying it's based off the total amount within the hour, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Unless
they
there's
had an hour to
a
do it?
tie.
You have an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was timed. Okay,
So
that makes sense.
this is like literally how she explained it to me. Well, not to me. This is my interpretation.
No, to you. She was speaking to you, Christian.
Specifically to you.
To stack,
She told me that they had to.
Right.
He told me something different. She said that you have 1 hour to stack as many as you can, and then whenever you feel like it's gonna fall, you can hit the buzzer and your time stops. But it was basically like the most amount of. She said the most amount that you could stack within your time. So to me, that's telling me that if you stack 15 in 5 minutes and you hit the buzzer, that's more essential and you're going to win because your rate is higher than stacking 25 in 20 minutes.
No, I don't think so, because even if you stack 15 in 5 minutes, I stacked 25, I still stacked more than you.
Yeah, but she said in your amount of time. So he stacked more.
The amount of time is 1 hour.
Because Big Brother never goes.
Yeah.
Big Brother never
whoever
really
stacks the
goes
most
based
in 1
on
hour.
rates. Yeah.
So then what's the buzzer for?
Because after you got to hurry up. Once you get however many you think you can get, if you get 30 in 5 minutes, hit your buzzer, because maybe ain't nobody else going to get 30. Maybe you did all of yours. So you hit your buzzer, I'm done.
With 31.
Yeah, before they fall.
Got you.
You don't want to stack 30 and be like, well, I'm just going to wait this hour and see how long they stay up there.
You're locking it in, right?
Yeah.
In case there's the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think that's probably the correct description of it.
Oh, we'll find out on Sunday who
do y'all
Well, it should be over by now.
Who are...
But we
I
don't
just
talk
looked on
about the live
Twitter.
feeds on here.
It's not over yet, but who do you think will win this HOH?
Angela.
Said the same thing. Angela,
because she's sitting over there doing what, Tiffany? And that doesn't, and this has to go.
Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, my God. Did that
Hold on
just
1
fall?
second. And if I do it here, and if I stack this here, then, oh, God, that's not going to work.
Who is Angela's target?
Angela's target is definitely probably Chelsea. and probably either putting Chelsea next to Cam or Chelsea next to Mackenzie.
MJ.
Yep, yep, for sure.
Yep.
Put
There's
that
only
three.
two now.
Yes. Because the AI arena twist ended. But do you guys remember?
No,
MJ used
Christian
the-
was right. There is 3 of them.
Well, she can only nominate 2 people, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was
I'm
asking.
saying just split the 3-person alliance up.
Well, the new
yes,
3.
yes.
The second 3. Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't think she's going to nominate Mackenzie because remember, Mackenzie used the veto on her a couple weeks
Now,
ago.
since when Angela care about somebody using a veto on her?
I think she I guess with Tucker, kind of threw him under the bus.
And
You're
she
right.
threw Leah under the bus,
and
too.
threw Leah under the
You're
bus. She
right.
threw out anybody who would use
You're
the veto
right.
on her. So
And
She
I
could
love
be like, they used the veto on me because of me.
right.
So do you think
Okay.
Yeah.
they'll use the veto less now because they're worried about jury maintenance and it's kind of like leaves a better taste in people's mouth?
I think they
don't
don't have
know.
as many options. They might. I think if the veto is used, it's because like somebody might win it and take themselves off the block.
Right. Yeah, to protect yourself, right.
Yeah.
I agree with
But
that.
also
Yep, I
because
agree.
there are no like lone players in the game. If let's just say Chelsea wins the veto and it's Cam and MJ on the block, I feel like Chelsea's going to use it to save Cam. Like people are going to save it, or people are going to use it on their alliance members. I have a feeling that Angela will maybe end up nominating Chelsea and Cam or Chelsea and Rubina. Just nominate one person from each big group.
Rubina was there.
And have them kind of go at it so that they're not looking at you next week. And Rubina was just on the block. It's not like Rubina and her have ever worked together. So I could see that being an option as well.
I could honestly see Rubina going on the block with anybody winning, with the exception of Chemo winning HOH. Now, a Chemo HOH, oh, Lord.
Would love
I
that.
think he would just do... I honestly think that unless Chelsea, Cam, or MJ wins this week, it's going to be Chelsea
on
and
the
Cam
block.
on the block. Yep.
For sure.
Chelsea, girl, you better do something.
Yep. Okay.
Win.
Move that. Yep.
Yeah. Something,
So-
one of them. HOH or veto.
Yep.
All right. Well, that concludes everything for this week.
Great.
Christians, thank you for joining us. Now, Christian, do you have anything you're working on next? I know we talked about, you got this long lease, but is there any projects or anything that you're coming up? Any special photo shoots? Any music coming out? You know.
Ask me that.
Yes,
Ask me
wait.
shit.
When are you bringing the music back? Because For You was a good song. My sister played it the other day. I was like, wait a second.
Right there. That's 4:00.
Are we?
Oh,
Love.
4:00. I mean, I would love to do more music, and it's like I'm really trying to figure out my priorities while things are slow right here in LA. That's kind of where I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out my life here in LA. So, no like big projects that I could talk about actually.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah, nothing I can talk about.
Okay.
That's
You'll tell
okay.
us.
But we still want more music.
I
Tell 'em
know.
where to
I
follow
enjoyed
you,
writing.
Christian.
Huh?
Tell them where to follow you.
Oh, okay. Long ass last name, but Christian_Birkenberger. If you want me to spell it, I will, but you could Google it.
I think they know. You can Google me. I love that.
You can Google me.
But
Also,
that's for all social media, so.
Okay, perfect. I'm so glad. I hope we kind of caught you up on Big Brother, so now you can maybe finish the rest of the season. Now that you're caught
I'll
up.
think about it. Like I said, this is
Okay.
the first one since then, and there definitely was like feelings that came out of it. So
Okay. Oh, this was a good therapy session for you on royalty.
Yeah, it was.
So
It was.
hopefully you're able to take it out. Listen, Hannah, Tiff, any last minute thoughts?
I am really enjoying this season because I have no idea who's going to win it. I have no idea. It is anybody's game, and it's interesting. It's interesting to watch. Christian, I am sending you the best of luck, some positive energy, some love. Use this time as wisely as you can. Since you don't have a lot to do, there's a lot of things that if you wanted to work on that you could. And I love you, and I'm happy to see you, and you're still the cutest thing.
well,
And
thank you for
sweet.
having
I
me.
love that you're still a sweetheart. I'm happy to see you. Still.
Well, I love and I miss you guys a lot, and I wish you were all coming out for finale.
Well,
Hannah,
I'm gonna start a
well,
Anyway, you could be
GoFundMe.
convinced.
I need
Hannah,
somebody to fund. Yeah, I could be
no.
convinced with a fund. I need a GoFundMe, honey.
You can't convince me. No. But Hannah will be there.
All right,
Hannah, any
good.
last minute thoughts?
Yeah, basically just to echo what Tiffany said. Oh, this is my last podcast, I think, of the season, just because.
Just stop
I started
lying.
finals.
It's not.
No, because I
Okay,
just started
well, I guess
finals.
I get keep you an intro, I guess.
Oh my god. Anyway, no, this has been super, super fun to come back and cover this season with you guys. I'm really enjoying this season. I love this cast, production, the twists, the comps, everything. I don't know who's going to win. I don't even know what's going to happen next week, because anytime you make a prediction, this season they end up doing the opposite. It's like these players are not thinking logically, but as a viewer, I love that. And then to Christian, thank you so much for joining us. It's always really good to hear from you. Really good to see you. Anytime anyone asks me about you, I always say he just has the biggest heart of gold. Like, you're so pure. You have this amazing energy. So I'm really excited to see you in a couple weeks, a month, something like that.
Yeah,
and,
a month, right?
Always rooting for you, Christian.
Thank you.
Just my
appreciate all you
last minute
guys.
thoughts. Just to say what Hannah was saying.
Okay.
I agree with you and Tiff. This season's great. It's been phenomenal. And Christian, we love you so much. I don't think you
All
understand
these
it.
compliments, you guys are gassing me.
And we just want to shower
Stick
you
with us,
love.
Christian.
Yes,
You
we
want to
just
be a
wanna shower
host? You want to
with
be part of the
love.
cookout? You can
Yes.
replace
Oh,
Skyland.
is this the invite?
Yeah. We're replacing people. We're
Yeah.
trying to replace.
We're
trying to
adding.
replace.
out.
We're adding. The cookout is
Oh.
growing. Okay.
We can replace
oh.
Kylan and Xavier.
I was just going to say, yeah, we can replace them.
They said
Right.
our number is 6. We don't get bigger than 6. So
Right, no. So we can replace them. But I do want to tell you, we're always here for you. Thank you for doing this. This was so good. I know the fans are going to love it. And guys, please remember to like and comment and subscribe. And Hannah, just because you got exams don't mean you don't have to send those exit interview questions each week. So make sure you please send it tonight. Thank you.
God.
Don't get it twisted, okay?
And
Thank you so
Hannah, this
much.
is not your last interview. I will be pulling you back in. You don't get us. You don't do us like that. Your exams ain't no 4 weeks long.
They are. They actually are.
Oh, well, I ain't been to college in a long time.
4 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll try to have
kind
a
of hell,
finale.
but yeah. Actually, are they doing a Thursday eviction episode before finale or no?
I hope so, because we have
Hannah, you
the
will be
winner of
back.
last
We're gonna
season.
let you know. You
Oh,
still in the
okay.
storage room group
An
chat.
hour and a half.
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, because
please
it's a
don't
double
make me
eviction.
start it.
It's a
Yeah,
double
'cause it's
eviction.
a double eviction.
What do you know about double eviction?
Hit her again, homie. Hit her
My
again.
body just tensed up. Oh my god.
Hit her again.
You guys, I kid you not. I will forever remember that feeling because it felt like I was being sent to my death. I fully thought that I was going to die as soon as I walked out of those doors. But I didn't, and I lived to tell another day.
I love the way all
but-
my exit interviews was like, so who's the person you want to see come out after you? Big D?
And I respect it. I respect it. Thank you so much, Tiff. I do respect it.
I
do.
never thought I was going to see Hannah's little face coming in.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I actually was gonna go out. Let's not get into it. But I
Okay,
really
we
that
not.
was the
Every
first.
time you were on the block, you thought.
No, this was the first time because
I'm
because
going
of
home, ain't I?
because
I'm
of
going
that
on the
damn,
block. What?
Because of that damn bald head bitch and that smelly ass nose. They were talking in the back room, and I was not a part of it. And that was the first time I was like, "Whoa." I don't know what's going on. And that's when I was actually scared. And I was like, I think I'm going home or your HOH, babe. And that was the honest truth. And I cried. I never cried after
No, you
being
you
sick.
cried. No, you cried because you were missing me so much.
You right, Hannah. Make sure you send those damn questions tonight. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Love
Bye,
you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.